Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I was recently contacted by the company Dooglebooks and asked if I would like to review their new Pro board, their Pro LCD writing board. They call it the Pro board. And I said, yeah, I'll take a look at it for you. Looks an interesting little bit of kit. As you can see, it comes in this nice box here. And you've got all the information on the back of the box. Tells you all about it here. Erase button. You've got a lock switch so you can lock whatever you've written onto the board. I have actually reviewed something very similar last year. I don't think it was anywhere near as good as this one. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at what we actually get in the box. And here we are. One nice touch that the company provides is a spare stylus. That is an excellent idea. Just in case you lose the original one, you've got a spare one. The Pro board comes in this very nice pouch here. Very nice sort of felt pouch with a leatherette around the edges. Looks quite professional, doesn't it? Because I think that's what this is designed for, you know, for office work or student usage. So this just gives that really nice look, and it also protects your board for you. Turn him over and we have a little pocket in the back here. And you can see there's a little bit of cardboard in here. Here's another very nice little touch, guys. They provide you with a spare battery, a CR2032 I believe it is. So you get a spare battery with it, and you can also join them on their different social media as well. But that is a very nice touch from the company, providing you with a spare battery. I like that. Okay, let's have a look at the Pro board itself then. Here we go. Check that out, guys. How nice is this? I think it looks very professional. You could very easily use this in an office environment. If you're a student and you like to take notes during lectures, this will look very nice indeed. I do like the finish of it. It's not that heavy. What we're looking at here is a 10-inch screen across here. It looks very nice indeed. You've got stylus storage on the side of the device, so it's always handy. Just clips in like so, like that. Underneath the device we have your lock button so that you can't accidentally erase whatever you've just written or drawn, and here we have a little small battery compartment for your spare battery that you've been given. What sort of size is this thing overall? Well, by my measure, we're looking at 254 millimeters long, 180 millimeters to just here, and you're looking at 9 millimeters thick. So how much does it weigh? 9 1/8 of an ounce, or 258 grams, or 321 grams. 11 1/4 ounces in its little pouch. Materials used are quite nice. It feels very nice in the hand. Nice and firmly put together. There's no rattles. You've got some nice texture on the back. It's designed to, as far as I can see, to feel very much like a book. You've got the book spine down the back here. You've got this little bit sticking out here also to get hold of it with. The stylus is stored down the side there. Not really sure about this part of it though, because I mean that could easily get caught on something, snag, and ping off, or possibly even break. So maybe that's a slight, you know, something I don't really like to it much. But other than that, it's quite a nice stylus. Got some nice little finishes to it where you hold it, little dots in there. What's it like to write with, guys? Let's give it a go. Very smooth indeed, like that. If you were to take, you know, drawing diagrams and what have you, like say you're a house designer or something, you could do that. You can do all sorts of things. I mean, you can write sensibly with it, just like you can a pen and paper if you wish to. It's easy enough to do. Just a bit scribbly there. But yes, as I say, if you don't push the protect button at the bottom, it's very easy to erase it. I think battery life is anywhere between 6 and 12 months, I believe. Yep, writes quite nicely. It's quite a nice smooth action to the writing as well. I don't know what the tip of the stylus is made from, but it writes very smoothly actually. Probably writes smoother than writing on paper, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's cool. And if we engage the right erase button here, then we can do what we want on the board, and you can click the button all you like and it's not going anywhere at all until we move the switch back again. Yoink, it's gone. Okay, so let's take a look at information storage. There is no onboard storage of whatever you've just written or drawn. You can't store it on the device. You can't send it to a computer either. However, there are a few things you can do to keep any information you've just written down on your Pro board. It's to take a photograph of the Pro board with your phone. The second is to use something like Microsoft Lens to do the same thing. It will capture your board for you with all the information on it, and then you can store it to wherever you like. You can save it as a Word document, or you can just save it to your OneDrive. Done, just like that. I've been speaking to my contact at Dooglebooks, and apparently they are thinking of bringing out their own app for use with the Pro board here. It will be available for both Android and iOS too, and I did suggest to him that incorporating something like cloud storage would be very, very useful, so that whatever information you have on here is also available on your PC or any other device that you have that particular cloud storage. I don't know what it'll be, whether it'll be like Google Drive or whatever, whichever one of the cloud storage devices they wish to use with it. But as I say, I've been trying out Microsoft Lens at the moment, and that seems to do a pretty damn good job. One of the good things about using something like Microsoft Lens is that it will create a brilliant picture from whatever angle the camera happens to be at, and you can also use it for a lot more than just your Pro board. You can use it for whiteboards at meetings, or any, like your business card or whatever. It will capture a very nice picture, PDF document, whatever, of whatever you're taking a picture of. So you can actually keep any information on your Pro board on your device, and then you can just erase it and you can carry on writing. One interesting thing about Dooglebooks is that they are an English company. Yes, I believe the board is actually made in China. So look, yes, it's definitely made in China, but the company that sells them is English, British, and they sell them on Amazon. So what I'll do is I'll leave you a link in the descriptive text down below, so you can go along to Amazon and either make your purchase or check out further details about the Pro book. I'm quite impressed with it. I like the little touches, like the little erase button here. It's got some very nice little details, little sort of concentric circles here. That's very good. You've got a little tab here to get hold of as well, and it basically feels like holding a very thin book. The stylus clips on the side there, keeps it all nice and tidy so you know where it is. We do actually have a spare stylus too, that's brilliant. Get a spare battery with it too, CR2032. This is the only bit that bothers me, is the way the stylus sticks out and can be caught or probably broken like this. Maybe been a little bit better to have a little strap around here so it drops in through it like so, and then it's held into place. That would have been a bit better, I think. But other than that, overall fit and finish on this thing is very nice indeed, and I do like it. I like the texture on the back here, the texture around the edges. just gives you something to get hold of. And as I say, it's a bit like holding a very slim book. You can erase whatever's on there. The writing experience is extremely smooth, and I don't think you'd have any problem taking notes at an office meeting, drawing diagrams if you need to draw a little diagram of whatever. You could also do your, if you're unlike myself, if you're any good at maths, you could do maths on it, carry out maths on it. So once you've filled the screen, you can simply photograph it, use Microsoft Lens on it, or hopefully in the near future you can use Dooglebooks' own app to take your photograph and store the data. Then we just erase it and start all over again, doing whatever you want with it really. It's a very nice, the screen is very nice and clear. So it's just like writing on black paper really. Clear it and away we go again. As I say, I think the battery should last you somewhere between 6 and 12 months. And you can pick them up just about anywhere. It's very easy to get to the battery as well. It lives in the bottom of the Pro board. You simply move this little lever across there, get a fingernail in the top there, and out it comes. And there's your battery ready for replacement. So you can get these things anywhere, these little 2032s. Snap him in again and you're ready to go. Even without a battery in it, will actually keep any information you've got in here. So if we just do a little bit of nonsense on the screen, as you can see there, we just take the battery out, hopefully. There we go. Right, here comes the battery. You can see the battery is out, and we can see the whatever we've drawn is still on there, so it will still actually work without a battery in it. You just can't erase anything until we pop the battery back in again. Oh, we'll just chuck it about all over the place. Once the battery's back in, press the button and it's gone. So what do I think of the Dooglebooks Pro board? I think it's very nice. It's a lot nicer than the other one I've got. It would fit in very nicely in a office environment. I'd say you could sit there at a lecture in university, and you could write little notes on it. Once you start getting down to the bottom, you simply take a photograph of the screen, press the button, and away you go again with some more notes, and it'll be stored on your device. Yeah, I quite like it actually, guys. I say the only problem I've got with it is the storage for the stylus. It can pop out quite easily, as you can see. I know you get a spare stylus, which is sitting here, but I think maybe I'd like to see an improvement on that a little bit. Fit and finish, very nice indeed. There are no screws used in it at all anywhere. I think it's all just snapped together. You know, the innards are snapped into the outer case here, which, as I say, feels very much and looks very much like a little book, like a smallish magazine maybe. Feels very comfortable to hold. You've got this nice texturing down the sides here. I like the detail on the erase button there. It doesn't flex too much either. You can twist it a little bit, as you can probably see there. Obviously if you sat on it, I think you'd break it, so it's not indestructible, but then again you shouldn't be sitting on it, you know, pay attention to what you're doing with it. But overall, I'm well impressed with this little fellow. I'd like to thank Dooglebooks for sending it in. Thank you very much for reaching out to me, guys. Just as soon as they get their app finished, I will get back to you guys and I will show you how the app works. But in the meantime, as I say, you can either use your camera along with whatever cloud storage you use, maybe Google Photos or something, so you've got the information there and you won't lose it because it's saved in the cloud. Same thing with Microsoft Lens, exactly the same thing again, it's saved in the cloud, so you're not going to lose any information on the book. I think, to be honest with you, if you're just going to use it, I think I'd leave the button sort of like engaged in safe mode, so that you can't accidentally erase anything, because you can actually, so I've discovered, you can actually activate the button. Where is it? There we go. you can actually activate the button whilst it's in the pouch. So I would leave that button switched on all the time, so you're not going to erase whatever important information you may have on the screen, whether it be a silly little squiggle or whether it's important notes or whatever. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with this little fellow. The company Dooglebooks is actually a UK based company. I know this device is actually made in China for them at the moment. It'd be nice if they could actually have it made over here, but that's something for the future, I guess. They do have a range of other pads like this. I think they've got some for children as well, smaller ones maybe. But this is the one they sent me. So what I say, you could use it in an office environment. You can use it in your lectures. It looks quite good. It doesn't look childish at all. It looks very professional, I think. You get a very nice pouch with it. It's sort of like a felt pouch. It's quite thick. I reckon it's about 2mm thick, I think. You've got a little pocket in the back there, so you could put like notes in there if you wish to. Overall, I'm quite impressed with the Pro book. I like it a lot, actually. I like the drawing experience. The writing experience is very, very smooth indeed. Once again, probably not so impressed with that thing there. Could have been done a little bit better, I guess, maybe. Perhaps I'm being fussy here. I mean, obviously once it's in the little pouch, the stylus is quite safe. So I'd imagine you'd have it in your school bag or your briefcase, whatever, in here. This is very nice indeed. Not something I got with my other one of these devices. But yeah, I quite like this, guys. I like it a lot, actually. So yes, I'll leave you a link to the company's website in the descriptive text below. I will leave you a link to the Amazon page where you can purchase one of these if you wish to. As I say, I'm quite impressed with it. I think it's worth the £30. Why is it £30? Well, you get a much better experience with these guys, I think, because you get the pouch, you get the very nice packaging, the very nice box. Quite a quality box is that. And don't forget, you also get a spare battery and a spare stylus as well. So, you know, you may think the Pro book is expensive at £30. Well, you know, it's entirely up to you, but you get a very good experience with it. A nice pouch, so something to consider. All right then, guys. Please feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you use one of these boards, even if you don't use a Dooglebooks PRO board. How you use them, what environment you use them in, how useful you find them. As I say, I know you can't store information on these particular ones directly on board, nor can you download it directly to your PC or any other device, but you can actually photograph the screen before you erase it, either using your camera or something like Microsoft Lens, your favourite app for that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. I quite like it. I shall be using it during my reviews, because very often during my reviews I give dimensions on things. I used to write them down on paper, but you get through quite a bit of paper. Something like this here, you can write it down. I can then read it off the screen, you know, as I'm giving the dimensions out, and then I can erase it, ready for the next review. So once again, thank you very much to Dooglebooks for reaching out to me and asking me if I would like to review this very nice Pro board here. They were very kind enough to send it out to me. I've quite enjoyed my time messing around with it. It's very, very good. I like the quality. So if you're in the market for one of these, especially if you live in England, it's worth going along to their Amazon page and taking a look at it, and hopefully purchasing one too, because I don't think you'll be disappointed, guys. Alrighty then, well thanks for popping over to Rathbone Manor once again. Thanks for taking a look at the Dooglebooks Pro board with me. I've quite enjoyed messing around with it. It's a very good bit of kit, and I hope you'll pop over again in the very near future then. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh.